steal Paul's chair. He said somebody got his chair.
Who did? If they can raise it up and down, is it raised down?
Yeah, stay up.
Move it up.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our February the 2nd Board of Supervisors meeting. Appreciate each one being here today. As always, if you would, just take a second and please put your cell phone on silent. Would be well appreciated. As always, we'll open up in a word of prayer with our emergency management person, Albert Jones, followed by Will Slide with the pledge. So if you would all please stand. Albert.
Let us pray. Gracious Father, we come to you this morning, Lord, telling you thank you. Thank you, Lord, for keeping us throughout the night. Thank you, Lord, for just being with us through this weather. And, Lord, we ask you to continue to pray for the ones that lost loved ones and continue, Lord, to bless Madison County the way you see fit. Lord, I ask you to continue to bless all these board members. These prayers we pray in your darling Son, Jesus' name, amen.
Will?
Yes, sir. Attention, salute, pledge.
Mr. Albert, if you would, please give us an update on the weather and what you did last week or what happened in Madison County.
All right, we'll do. On Friday, January the 23rd, 2026, through Monday, January the 26th, 2026, Madison County was impacted by a winter storm that produced freezing rain, sleet, snow flurries. These conditions resulted in widespread power distributions, down trees, and icy roads across the county. Over the course of the event, approximately 2,800 homes, residents in Madison County was affected with power outages. And during that time, give my hats off to the Sheriff's Department, to the Road Department. Everybody joined in together, did what we could do to clear the roads. Energy, they restored power as soon as they could. And then after we completed that, my department, we helped Ken open up a shelter. So we had on an average of 15 to 20 people to come. During the first storm, it was power outages. During the second storm, which was last week, it was a freezing temperatures. So that was successful. I'm gonna actually close that center up at noon today. We had our daily bread. They came by and cooked 3 meals for the citizens of, and it just wasn't for Canton. Everybody that had came, and it was people that came from different areas. So they had a meal, and everything was successful. So all in all, Madison County was blessed again through this storm, and that's pretty much where we are today.
All, I guess, electricity is to every area of the county at this stage, or?
On yesterday, we had 13 power outages that was left. I hadn't had a chance to look at it this morning because I just left the center when coming over here, but I will check it. But as of yesterday, it was 13 residents that was without power.
Okay. Any questions for Albert?
That 13, no, well, they probably been out over a week.
Yes, sir.
And I'd be willing to bet you they're in the northern part of Madison County. So if you will, let entities know they still pay light bill up there and move forward as fast as they can.
Yes, sir, we'll do.
All right. Albert, thank you for the update,
Yes, sir.
as always. Thank you. Thank you for the prayer as well. All right, moving back, Mr. Lott.
Yes, Mr. President, you should have before you the January the 20th board minutes. I would ask if there are no changes, the board please approve said minutes.
Do I have a motion for approval?
I'll make a motion.
Motion Supervisor Banks, I'll second. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lott. Also, we're gonna change up the order just a little because we have some people that's here that want to get in and out. But before we do, I want to come to consent items. Are there any items that need to be removed on consent?
Yeah, Mr. President. I would like to
9 and 11?
Yes.
Okay, are there any others from any board members? If not, do I have a motion for approval of the consent items, agenda except for item 9 and 11?
Motion.
Got a motion Supervisor Griffin, do I have a second?
Second.
Second Supervisor Banks, discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, Mr. Griffin, item 9.
I put them on there, so there's no motion.
All right, you got a motion for approval?
No, there's no motion.
Oh, there's no motion?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you just want to leave that one off, period.
9 and 11.
You want to leave both of them off?
Yes.
Okay, good deal. All right, we're gonna move on at this point. Before we do, this is where, Mr. Robin Dambrino, you're up. If you would just, if people do not know you, if you would just please introduce yourself and give us an update, please.
Thank you, President Steen. I'm Robin Dambrino. I'm an attorney from Grenada, Mississippi. I have been retained by the county to defend it in multiple actions taken against individual supervisors arising out of a zoning dispute involving the Minnie Bozeman Family Limited Partnership and a direct suit by Mayor Mary Hawkins Butler and the City of Madison against the individual supervisors here on matters that relate to that zoning appeal that the city took when this board approved the actions of the Planning and Zoning Commission, which changed zoning for 350 acres owned by the Bozeman Limited Partnership to a C2, from a RU1 to a C2 zoning classification. That matter, that appeal is still on appeal. The individual suit is what I'm here to report on today, that the county supervisors were named individually along with their surety by the mayor and by the city. Allegations in that lawsuit were that the supervisors, specifically I think Supervisors Steen, Banks, and Griffin, had surreptitious meetings or something like that in connection with the donation by the Bozeman Partnership of 35 acres to be used for ingress and egress ramps on and along Interstate 55 onto the Union Parkway overpass. This had its genesis, this whole transaction, back in 2009, a long time ago, where this was first attempted. The funding did not come through at that stage, and the deal made by the county with the Bozeman Partnership was if the ramps weren't completed and useful in a couple of years, then the land would revert back to the Bozeman Partnership. That time came and went, and there was confusion on this board that there was a memorandum of understanding entered into between this board and the partnership, which said that this would revert back. The partnership executed a deed to the board, or to the county, which had what they call a reverter clause in it, that if these ramps weren't built, they'd go back to the partnership. Well, the MDOT wouldn't accept that. The county had to have clear title, so they redid the MOU, they amended it, and now it was clear title to the county, but the MOU said that if they weren't finished in 2 years, it'd go back to partnership. Well, they weren't finished in 2 years, and in 2014, this board voted to put that land back on the tax rolls in the name of the Bozeman Partnership, which was done, and they began paying taxes on this land again. Confusion occurred at that meeting in 2014 because a deed should have been executed by the county back to the Bozeman Partnership, but I think it was the Chancellor Clerk then, I'm not sure, mistakenly thought that the deed they looked and they saw a deed with a reverter clause, and they said, well, we don't need to do a deed. It reverted on its face. But that wasn't the case. At any rate, time marched on, the county treated the land like it belonged to the partnership. The partnership paid taxes to the county. The issue of the ramps came back up again, and the Bozeman Partnership was again willing to donate these lands to the county. And so what happened was, and I don't want to get in the weeds with you guys on it, but basically the county, they re-entered the MOU, and the Bozeman Partnership executed a deed to the county, and the county paid more or less as good faith money, $965,000 to the partnership, which was to be refunded to the county upon completion of the ramps. And that apparently is still engaged. That issue is about to be resolved, we think, with funding, but that's outside the lawsuit. The lawsuit alleges that this payment to the Bozeman Partnership of $965,000 was tantamount to the county paying the partnership for land it already owned, because there was never a deed out of the county back to Bozeman. The problem with that allegation was that everything else was treated as if the Bozeman Partnership owned the land after the reverter and after it went back on the tax rolls. We consulted an attorney who was the head of the property division of the Mississippi Bar Association and let him review it. And he said, absolutely, there was a cloud on the title. The county had to get a deed back from the Bozemans because of how the parties had dealt with the land. The county could not claim ownership of that land, notwithstanding that there was not an actual deed back to the Bozemans. He said there was no doubt about that. In this lawsuit, the city and the mayor never came up with an opposing expert opinion because they knew it to be true, in my opinion. So that allegation was fairly well established by expert testimony. We never tried the case because recently, I'm proud to report to you individual supervisors, after a long period of discovery, extensive discovery, where the city wanted the county to produce all these so-called surreptitious meeting minutes and things like that, we produced many man-hours worth of work and research, board minutes, emails, text messages, everything else. There was no merit in the circumstance. There was absolutely no evidence whatsoever of any kind of backroom deal or anything else like that at all. So at the end of the day, the city and the mayor elected to, and they had to ask our permission at this stage of litigation to do this. They elected to they're going to dismiss this lawsuit. And they didn't just dismiss it, unilaterally, by the way. They voluntarily dismissed it with prejudice. And in the law, that means that the allegations in this complaint and the claims for relief in this complaint may never be brought again. That is a complete, in my legal opinion, capitulation on their part, a total abdication of the claim. After a considerable amount of attorney's fees and expenses were incurred by the county, and I don't doubt by the city as well. So I'm here to report to you that that particular lawsuit that was pending, and I think Judge Mills signed the order of dismissal with prejudice, is now gone. It is finished, and these board members have prevailed. There are a number of other things I'm sure you're aware of that we're now handling for the county, instituted by the city and by the mayor, appeals that I think emanate. We've got the appeal on the zoning issue still pending. That's at the Mississippi Supreme Court now. But we've also got 5 very recent new appeals that I think emanate from local agreements that are tied to this road funding issue you guys have. So we're handling those right now. They are in process. Not here to talk about those individually, but subject to your questions, that's my report.
Questions for Robin? Robin, I appreciate you, we appreciate you coming down.
Thank you.
And explaining this to you. And as we continue to say, this is just a lot of noise from the City Hall in Madison. This lawsuit went on for 2 years, and we as a county defended it with a cost approximately $175,000 to $200,000 at this point that could have been spent elsewhere, whether it's on infrastructure or drainage. As well, the monies that the city of Madison initiated and spended, which I would say much more than what the county did, could have been spent better as well. As you said, it was dismissed, and we appreciate that, appreciate your work on it as well, because the lawsuit, as you said, had no merit to it. Just like a lot of the other noise that's coming from City Hall and City of Madison as well. And that will be proven as time moves forward. Thank you very much, Robin.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. If I may be excused, I need.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
At this stage, I would ask the board to, we'd go into closed termination for executive session. So do I have a motion to go in closed termination?
Move.
Got a motion, Supervisor Banks, I'll second. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. And also have a motion to go in executive session. And the reason would be
Economic development.
economic development. So I'll make the motion, go into executive session. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Supervisor Griffin, discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. We are currently in executive session, and the people that need to stay in, I think you know who you are. Jan, if you would, please stay in as well.
Got a question. With all the people here, do you think we might want to move, go to the conference room, and leave them in here?
No, because I think most of them are going to stay in the executive session, because
Most
they're
of them here?
involved in the executive session.
Okay.
Most of them are. I appreciate that thought, Supervisor Griffin. Jan, if you'd like to stay in the executive session, please do. Phil Buffington, please stay as well. And I think the others know, yes, they can stay. City of Ridgeland can stay as well. And thank you, Dwayne. Thank everyone for their patience as well while we was in executive session.
Mr. Steen?
As we come out, Thad,
Mr. Steen?
if you would.
The Board of Supervisors took no action during executive session.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lott. Thank you for your patience. Thad, you're going to lead us off.
Yes, during executive session, we had a very robust conversation of a very exciting proposal for the county, for Madison County, and that is the discussion of the establishment and construction of a 50,000 or so square foot conference center in the city of Ridgeland to be owned and financed through Madison County. It's a two-step proposal that we have before the county today in order to get the ball rolling legally, to provide the various approvals that need to happen before the county can step into financing this exciting project. The first one today before you is the creation of an urban renewal district pursuant to an urban renewal plan that the county will establish so that we can provide for revenues to be used across the district to help repay debt service that the county may entail if we provide for the issuance of debt for the establishment of this conference center.
Okay, thank you. And before any motions made, Gabriel, would you and Mayor McGee would like to just say a few words?
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Gabriel Prado. I am the CEO and President of Pracon Global Investment Group. We're here to ask for your support for Madison County Conference Center. I often say that the state of Mississippi is the greatest state in the country, and Madison County has showed that as the epicenter of economic development. And with that today, what we're asking is for the support to start the process of building what has been a long-time dream of all of the residents of Madison County, that will be the Madison County Conference Center that will serve everyone in the county. City of Madison, City of Canton, City of Ridgeland, Yazoo, everywhere that would be included here. And beyond the Jackson metro area, but at the forefront will be Madison County, to become a reality to all of the people of Madison County in every single part of this county. It is that we ask for your support today for Madison County Conference Center. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabriel. Mayor McGee?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you how excited I am to be hearing this. Obviously, this is something that we have needed in the county for many years. Every day almost, as I talk to groups, they ask, where can we have a meeting place that can house enough people for conferences, that are bigger than the hotels that we have now. So this is exciting. Ridgeland has always been known to be a leader, Madison County a leader, and to have something like this coming to our county is not only going to benefit us just for the next few years, but for many, many years to come. So I compliment Mr. Prado for him coming forward, and also the Board of Supervisors for letting us bring this to you and thankfully supporting this particular project.
Thank you, Mayor McGee, and before any motions are made, I want to say this as board president that this has been worked on the last 8 to 12 months. It's not anything that just started last week. And we appreciate the city of Ridgeland coming in to help make this happen as well. Gabriel, appreciate you as well. As many others have helped as well and recognize them along the way. But with that being said, there's 2 steps that has to be made.
Yeah, and if I may add on top of that, Mr. President, after hearing, Mr. Prado and the mayor talk, first of all, and I kind of hinted on the fact that we got to create this urban renewal district by adopting an urban renewal plan today. The second part, though, is, to put this together, you need partners. You need people that help bring these along, that can provide various, whether streams of revenue, whether it's statutory authority that the county wouldn't otherwise have alone. Our second action is to create a regional economic development alliance between Madison County, the city of Ridgeland, and Makita, so the 3 working together are cooperating to get this done. So the first one is the establishment of the urban renewal plan, and the second is the adopting the RETA agreement with Makita and the city of Ridgeland, who also will have to take those actions as well after this meeting today.
All right, thank you. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and make the first motion, which would be the urban renewal plan. Make the motion that the board approves the resolution establishing the urban renewal plan for Madison County Conference Center project and providing for a public hearing on same following approval of the plan by the county planning and zoning department. That is my motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Supervisor Banks. Discussion?
I'd just like to make a statement, or bring up a point of discussion, is that while I do very much support a conference center and a hotel, I think it's amazing. I love to bring things to Madison that don't exist here and that we desperately need. I was read in on this on Friday, and I am just not convinced that the risk to taxpayer money has been answered for me. In this situation, I do not believe that we need to be in the banking business, and that while I would like to see this happen, I don't think it needs to be happening at the risk of taxpayer money. And so I cannot support it at this time.
Thank you, Supervisor Brandon. Other discussion?
I've been around here for a while, and we've been talking about this conference center for over 20 years. One, I know they was talking about building, it was in Ridgeland, but it was down there on the dock, over 20 years ago. Most of my constituents would never make it down there to use that one. But by bringing it up by Top Golf, it's in the area where everybody that's in Madison County will know where the area is. So I think Madison County will be taking a leading position again in the state of Mississippi. So I will be supporting this because it's a much needed area where some of our high schoolers might need to graduate in the area. Right now they're going to the Coliseum, and that's good. But we might be able to keep some of them in Madison County now. Once we get a facility that's large enough to hold enough people.
Okay. Thank you, Supervisor Griffin. Supervisor Banks, any statement, comments you would like to make?
Well, you know, I've been involved in trying to see if we can get a conference center here for years. We've talked about it, even in the 90s. So, I think that it's time that we, you know, that we as a county step out and try to put something here that our people can use. I remember, I've had the Cantonian Club, and we used to have to always go to Jackson, to have, our event. So I wanted to see something like this. So I'm all for us, taking the steps necessary now to see if we can achieve this.
Okay. Again, I'm very excited about it, and hope the board is as well. I would like for all 5 supervisors to be in. Mr. Clark, do you mind seeing where Mr. Baxter is and see if he's outside waiting on this vote, or does he want to come in and participate? Because this is a very important step for Madison County. Very important. And I think it's been stated that, you know, been trying to get a conference center for 20-plus years. And this is a good time to move forward. And again, as our financial advisors has looked at it, they're good with it at this point, but there's many other steps that have to be taken before we get to issuing bonds. And so, do what now? Well, that's up to par. So we'll move forward with the vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
No.
All right, the second motion that needs to be made is for the RETA, and I'll make that motion as well. Make a motion for the board to approve the resolution authorizing the form and execution of the Regional Economic Development Alliance Agreement with the city of Ridgeland and Makita regarding the Madison County Conference Center project.
Second.
Got a second, Supervisor Banks, discussion? And again, Mr. Clark, if you would, look outside and see if Supervisor Baxter is willing to come in and take a stand. This is so important for the county, and people need to know where the supervisors stand for a conference center. And I want to give everyone the opportunity to come in and vote, whether you want to move Madison County forward to the next level because of our growth, or you willing to not. So I just want to make sure we give everybody,
For the
the
record,
board
Harold,
members.
I didn't say I didn't support
I understand.
this. I don't support the way it's being financed. I don't believe Madison County should absorb the risk with taxpayer dollars.
Okay. Thank you, Supervisor Brandon. No show for Supervisor Baxter?
No, sir, did not see.
Okay.
Well, Casey, I'm glad to see you willing to stay here and vote, no on it. That's the way you're supposed to do. Vote no.
That's right.
Yes or no. But Trey ain't have the backbone to stay in here and vote. He's had to leave.
There he is.
All right, there he comes. He decided to come on in. Supervisor Baxter, we have a motion on the table for the RETA.
Do you have a secondary motion?
We have a second to that. We do not have a secretary. We do not.
I'm gonna, take an opportunity to, my curiosity's piqued here with this convention center. And I'm gonna take the opportunity to dive a little deeper into the finances. So I'm gonna abstain on this vote, and I'm gonna meet with the governor and MDA, and, cause I really just got pulled into this recently by Joey. I haven't had the time to do my due diligence. He knows that, and to vote on such a project of this scale is gonna take a little bit more research on my part. So I'm not saying I'm opposed to it, I just wanna do my due diligence. So I'm gonna abstain on this vote, do my due diligence, and put it all together and prepare myself for the, I'm sure this is gonna take months and months of voting, and so, maybe next vote, I'll have all my ducks in a row. But
Okay. Got a motion on the table? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
No.
abstention.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Lott, you have those
I
motions?
do, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, thank each one that participated. Appreciate it.
Thank
On
you
the
very
way
much.
out, I'm sure the news media would like to have a statement from each one of you. So, if you will, now's the time to get it from everyone. Okay. I think everyone's trying to ease out at this point.
Clear it out.
Okay, we're gonna move on. I think where we are is that, I'm gonna back up to concerned citizens. Greg,
Yes, sir.
do
There
we
is
have
one on the list, Lemoyne Martin.
Mr. Martin? Please come up and, thank you, Thad. Please come up and just state your name and, address and a couple of minutes, please.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Lemoyne Martin. I'm president of the Newcastle Homeowners Association, which is located off of Highway 463, District 4, Mr. Banks's district. The reason I'm here is because of the fact that there has been a discussion or concern that has come up recently concerning a development that's south of our neighborhood that has developed a area that supposedly was not to be developed that connects this property with our neighborhood association, which we have been very much so against. I've heard that in one of your previous meetings that this situation came up, and I was just curious to see if any further discussion has been made concerning this issue. Thank you very much.
Wait, I'm confused. What, give me a little bit more. Neighborhood, or what are we talking about here?
Well, Newcastle neighborhood, again, off 463, the lot or the area that I'm speaking of was previously owned by developer Peter DeBuchler. The neighborhood associate, he was gonna develop a subdivision there, and the whole idea was that he wanted to connect an access area between our neighborhood as well as this new property. The neighborhood association vehemently was against that due to the fact that it was going to increase population in the neighborhood, traffic, as well as safety for kids. He had a restrictive covenant agreement drawn up that has been sent to the county that basically said that as long as he owned it, he would not develop this area, and that no successive ownership would be able to do so. In other words, in perpetuity. Mr. Buechler did sell this to some other people who knew of this restrictive covenant prior to purchasing the property. They developed it and for a sports center, supposedly for their families. With that being said, they came to our neighborhood association and asked to reverse our decision, which we refused to do. Now what they've done is that they have opened up this area, making accessibility from their project to our neighborhood association. And that's the concern that we have. We have, because of this, we've retained legal counsel, but I did hear previously, at least last week, that at one of your meetings, this situation was discussed. And that, hopefully, that gives you a background as to what I'm speaking of.
Andy, you wanna come up? I thought we had already voted this down, this
Are
connection.
there any statements from the board besides Andy at this point?
I think Andy can give us the background information. I guess the situation came from the developers of the family recreational center.
Right.
Were trying to build a road that would go contact with the subdivision, and the subdivision saying they were not supposed to build that road to send any kind of traffic, whether it be private or whoever, through the subdivision. That's what the issue basically is. So go ahead, Andy, on that.
That's right. This was brought to my attention last week, and I spoke with two different attorneys both are just personal friends of mine that I knew were involved in some capacity. One of them said he did not know anything about any of the more recent developments with the road. The other one said that he was going to speak with, I forget who he said he was going to speak with. He was going to call me back. I have not heard back from him, but I did take the time to go back and review the approval. And Mr. Martin is right. When Mr. DeBuchler had the property, it was specifically agreed to that there would only be access from Gus Green Road and not through Newcastle neighborhood. I went back and watched when we approved the current development that's going on out there, and it was expressly agreed in that meeting as well from the owners, developers of the property, that there would only be access through Gus Green Road. So what they're doing now, in close proximity to Newcastle, I'm not sure of their ultimate goal of that, but I think it's clear that the approvals were made that there would be no access through there and access only through Gus Green Road. If the board would like, I can dig in further and see what I can find out about exactly what's going on.
We probably need to, because I remember very well when it came in front of this board, and we all agreed no through access.
That's correct.
And so I think, with you, Scott, probably need to follow up.
Yes, sir. Will do.
All right, other questions for Andy or anyone else before he leaves on this item?
I think you need to get Mr. Martin's information.
Yes,
So you kind of communicate with him.
Yeah.
I remember him from years past, but we reconnected earlier today, but I'll get with him and get his contact information.
All right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Andy. Any other concerned citizens?
No, sir.
Any out in the audience would like to come up and speak to the board for anything? If not, we're gonna move down to supervisors, Mr. Paul Griffin.
Yes, make a motion to accept the resignation of Kevin Gary.
Got a motion on the table, do I have a second? Second, Supervisor Banks, discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. All are opposed. All right, we're gonna move down to business item. Mr. Nambrino has already spoken. Mr. Leroy Lacy. And Ms. Joanne. Both of y'all, all three of y'all come up. They have some important information.
We do. Good morning, Mr. President, the rest of the supervisors. I was just quick today. We just need some approvals from the Supervisors Board. We came before y'all before to ask for our conference to be held in Tunica. It was supposed to be February the 3rd through the 6th, but y'all know the weather increments caused us to have to cancel it. So on last week, I and my board rescheduled it for this week, February the 3rd through the 6th, which is tomorrow going through Friday. So we wanted to come before this board because we got it approved for January the 27th through the 30th. So now we need an update to February the 3rd through the 6th.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion, Supervisor Griffin, second, Supervisor Banks, discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed.
Second is I have our fellow commissioners with me today, Ms. Joanne Pearson, she's from District 3, and Ms. Barbara Gross, she's from District 2. For the county and for the supervisors, we do have some updates on some of our precincts now that's going to happen in March. And for my supervisor, District 5 on Fairview, District 528 has been separated out, and Ms. Gross has worked on that, so we got it separated out, about 1,100 voters out of that precinct going forward, starting in March. And they will come now and give the updates on their new precincts going forward for all the citizens of Madison County.
Great.
Okay.
Outstanding.
Thank you. Ms. Joanne?
Good morning, I'm Joanne Pearson, Election Commissioner for District 3, and I just wanted to remind y'all that we moved Precinct 302, which was Mark Apartments, to Mount Charity Baptist Church, which is, I think the address is 955 or 954 Lake Harbor Drive, which is about a half mile east of Mark Apartments. So I just wanted to remind you and let y'all know, because there are some voters in District 4 that does vote there, and District 3, and I think there's around 3,200 voters that precinct, so.
Thank you for that update. It's very important for us to continue to put that message out for the precinct changes. And I think that on all three changes, I think the circuit clerk or y'all have sent out.
Voter registration cards have been mailed out. They were mailed out back in December.
Right.
So, yes, that we will do what other notification that we need to do between now. So,
Okay.
thank you, appreciate it.
I got a question. First of all, let me thank y'all for what you do, but secondly, how are those new, didn't we buy y'all some new iPads for voting? Some new computer systems, smaller, more efficient
Yes.
computer systems? How are they working out?
Well, we ran them in the special election. We got the DS300, and they ran pretty much as they're supposed to run on that small election. We'll get a better idea this time because all 44 precincts will be open. So we didn't have about 13 precincts open on that particular election, so we'll know more about it in March because all of it would be on display come this March.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Barbara Gross, Election Commissioner for District 2. We have established 2 new precincts in District 2. One is Mount Pleasant Missionary Baptist Church, and they will have about 1,300 voters move from St. Joe to Mount Pleasant, and it's on Gluckstadt Road. And then Wells Springs Church is on the other side, on the east side of I-55, and that's where we moved about 1,100, 1,200 voters from Fairview to give them a little relief in that precinct. So the new ones are Wells Springs Church and Mount Pleasant Missionary Baptist Church.
Thank you.
Good
Great.
update. Thank y'all.
I've been waiting on that a long time to get District 2 out of District 5.
One question, Mr. President, that I think this board should be mindful of, and that is all the citizens that vote in these areas need to realize that when they go to the poll and they go to the wrong poll, because they're gonna get a lot of questions, we're gonna get a lot of phone calls, y'all gonna get some too, that they've been moved, and so that's just an inconvenience, but that is the way it works.
Right. I agree.
And one other thing that's not on the agenda that I think the board should look at is that the cost that we pay these precincts, we're losing precincts because they don't like our pay scale. And so I think if y'all can look at that, or who's supposed to look at that, I don't really know, because I'm almost getting ready to lose a couple of them because of that, to reschedule some. So it's something y'all may look at down the road.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Greg, you may want to look into that. Sure. To see if there's a law
I think the state,
dictates it.
but the state could be changed since the last time we've been paying, and they might have upped it since then.
Y'all look at that.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for the update.
Thank you.
Greg, if you will, look into that, if you don't mind, please.
Yeah, Greg, look,
Tim,
It's hard to turn on power for
I think you're next, aren't you?
yeah.
We skip Albert?
No, Albert gave his update
Oh,
at the
did he?
very
Okay,
beginning.
I apologize. I missed that. Okay, my first item is the 2025 annual report for the MPDS permit. Request that the board accept this and that the board president be authorized to sign the document so that we can send it to MDEQ.
Move.
Got a motion, Supervisor Banks, I'll second. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed.
All right, final item is a request for the board to approve a proposed scope of work and budget estimate for Headwaters to complete a wetlands and water assessment, nationwide permit, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Survey coordination, and a cultural resource survey for 1,200 feet of intermittent stream for Reunion 2.
Motion.
Got a motion, Supervisor Baxter, second Supervisor Griffin. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed.
One quick thing, an update on the Bozeman closure. Weather has been killing us. It's hard to work in a creek when it rains all the time. So we have the creek to where we're working on it now. It's dry. We've got 5 days of work left to do. We're expecting rain tomorrow. We'll see how half-inch of rain impacts that, but we've got 5 days of work left, and if we can get 5 days of clear weather, that we'll have it finished. Should be middle of next week if everything works out and we can keep the work area dry. So,
Okay. Thank you for the update.
Tim,
Yes, sir.
can you, call or meet with, MDOT and ask them about those bridges on Highway 51? What the status? We need to know, are they on track to finish on a certain day? Cause my constituent and myself is tired of those bridges being closed. We don't wanna just sit back and be quiet and they go working somewhere else and could be working on the bridges, Highway 51.
yes, sir.
So
I'll
check
ask.
on it for us.
Okay, will do.
Mr. Weeks?
I know it's hard to get fuel.
It is. It's difficult.
Mr. President, Board, good morning. First item, to acknowledge the planning and zoning draft minutes from 1/8/2026. I have given a copy to the Chancellor Clerk.
Got a motion Supervisor Banks, do I have a second?
Second.
Second Supervisor Baxter, discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Mr. Griffin, you want to skip 49?
Yep, let's skip it. She not back yet. Hold on.
It's not back in. We'll skip to number 50. This was a variance on side setbacks from 10 to 7 feet in Woodgate 1A and 1B. In Woodgate 1A, it was lots 36 through 42, 77 through 79, and 82 and 8 through 88. Woodgate 1B, it's lots 1 through 35. Supervisor District 5, Planning Commission approved 1/8/2026. The petitioner is here if you would like to speak with him.
Petitioner is Supervisor Griffin, that's your,
Where is he? Oh, okay. All right, well, yeah, I make a motion to approve this.
got a motion for approval, do I have a second?
Well, sir.
I'll second, but I would like for, I guess the petitioners to come up, because I just have a couple quick questions on this, if you don't mind it. Just state your name, if you
Yeah,
will.
Chris Fortes, I'm with D.R. Horton.
Chris?
Phil Lafferty, D.R. Horton.
Okay, thank you, and I know y'all asking for the setback from 7 feet, from 10 to 7, and that reason is,
So we could build a little bit wider product, because we are limited to a 75-foot lot. There's been some more interest in a little bit larger home in Woodgate, and this would allow us to add a few more of our plans that we have in our lineup to that community.
and I think that larger home is up to, what, 1,900 square feet or 2,000 square feet and larger?
Well, right now, we build anywhere from 1,500 to 2,800, and this would allow us to add 3 more plans in the 2,500 square foot range.
So you're willing to say in 2,000 square feet up then, or
On these lots,
2,200?
yes, sir, we'd be happy to do that.
Is that what you're, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is that what you're,
No, don't put no words in their mouth.
is that what
Gerald.
you're suggesting though? Is 2,000 and up?
Our suggestion was just for a wider setback, but if we need to build 2,000 square foot or higher on those particular lots, we can do that.
We probably do need to put some type of square footage in it, you know, some type, because right now you have plenty out there from 15 to 2,000 lots, that is.
Yes.
And these are just, lots where we're giving up, you know, the setback if it's approved. So Supervisor Griffin, would you change your motion to 2,000 and up or 1,900?
You talking about 2,000, you talking about the lot or the house?
The house, the house.
Well, he just said he had 3 more 2,500 square foot.
Right.
Houses to
So it
that.
sounds like you're gonna go 2,500, something like that.
That's just on these in the yellow here, right?
Yes.
So we'll give them.
Yes, just on these. We do have some that we want to put a little bit bigger house. Doesn't mean we're gonna put a 2,500 square foot house on every single lot, because we don't wanna repeat all of the floor plans that we have. But we can put a little bit bigger on these lots, but we still have lots in the neighborhood that we can do 1,500 to 2,000 on.
Yeah. you,
I'll make that change.
okay, change from 2,000 up on these lots only that you're recommending?
Yes.
Okay, Supervisor Banks,
I'll second that.
you motioned, okay. Discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
The next item I have was a zoning ordinance amendment in the I-2 Industrial District. The current language in 2503.01, maximum building height, no structures shall exceed 40 feet or 3 stories in height. We proposed a maximum building height to be determined by site plan. The Planning Commission heard it on 1/8/2026, and their suggestion was maximum building height, no structures shall exceed 80 feet or 6 stories in height.
Move. Got a motion, Supervisor Banks. Do I have a second? I'll second it. Discussion? All in favor?
Yeah, question. Scott, when you were looking at this, did you get any input from, Joey Makita on changing the height and different of these buildings?
I have not talked to Joey specifically on this, but the reason why, we had so many variances on the mega site was one reason why we were gonna change this.
Okay.
I think they're the main reason that you're putting this here as well, just because of those changes that we've
Correct.
made in the past, that it would not have to come back in front of the board
Not as much.
later on.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Other questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Want to back up? And want to back up and get the medical hardship?
No, I need to talk to them first, Joe.
Okay.
No, yeah.
All right, Mr. Espy? Not anything?
Oh, man.
Man, that's good. Okay, that's good. Thank you. All right, Greg.
That leaves me. Next up would be item 54, which is a request that this board acknowledge a change in workers' comp insurance carriers. Last meeting, I asked y'all to give me the authority to go try to negotiate with a different carrier that we have previously used. I was able to do so, saves us a considerable amount of money.
Move.
Got a motion, Supervisor Banks, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Supervisor Baxter, discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
All right, item 55, purchase of advertising from the Ridgeland Chamber. We've done it for all the others. It's Ridgeland's turn now.
Oh, yippee.
Got a motion? I'll make a motion, do I have a second? Second, Supervisor Banks, discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Greg, before you get to Fleet Corps, we need all 5 supervisors in here before.
Do we need to send our sergeant at arms, Mr. Clark, out?
Yeah, you're exactly right. You can send him out and tell him come on in, but I think he's busy, but go ahead and just see, but the son, you can come up and do yours.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
The first item I have is the budget amendments and the interfund cash transfers.
I'll make a motion for approval. Do I have a
I'll
second?
second
Second,
that.
Supervisor Banks, discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
The next 3 items is 1 general claims docket and 2 payroll dockets.
Oh, I'll make that motion.
Got a motion, Supervisor Banks. I'll second. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Nassan. Mr. Lott?
Nothing, Mr. President.
Mr. Church?
Back.
Anything at this point?
Nothing, Mr. President.
Okay. Old business?
Good. There you go.
We got, Scott got one back.
I see Scott raising his hand, Greg. I said, I see Scott raising his hand.
Works for me.
Item 49, Marie Dixon, this is the medical hardships, mobile home in a residential district located 3152B, Highway 43, Supervisor District 5.
All right, I make a motion to approve.
Got a motion for Supervisor Griffin. Do I have a second? Second, Supervisor Banks. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Thank you.
Any other old business?
The guess this would be the appropriate place to bring up item 56 again.
It's over.
Oh, we can.
That would be the fleet court docket. Now that
Okay.
all five are back.
All right, thank you, Greg. I'm gonna make a motion for approval for the fleet corps docket. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Supervisor Banks.
You're not getting up to leave, Jerry?
I'm gonna make a motion for approval.
You're not getting up to leave? Did you retire?
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Also would like to say that I request an advisory opinion from the Ethics Commission to confirm that my employment complies with the Mississippi Ethics Commission. And hopefully, that will be here within 30 to 60 days. And once that's here, I'll be willing to share with the board whatever that answer is. So that will take care of whatever issue may be, and we'll honor that as well.
Mr.
Yes, sir.
President, if you will, please make a motion to actually enter the docket into the minutes. Right now, it's not listed anywhere.
Moved.
So that's.
Got a motion, Supervisor Banks. I'll second discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Okay, the other, not any other new business?
Nothing.
All right.
Move to adjourn until February the 17th, 2026 at 9 a.m.
All right, we've got a motion, Supervisor Banks, second by Supervisor Griffin. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Thank you.
All right, that's Tuesday.
That's a Tuesday.